Well, hi there everyone, Baryonyx5 here and welcome back to Planet 19. Where what has been happening? Well, there's been a few bits happening. I have been through here and I have been playing with many ideas for the roof of this. But at the minute this is what we've got. We've got quite a big, large support beam going across the roof there. This bit I don't think will be the white stone bricks. I'm going to choose something better for that. But this bit will probably be filled in, and this area over here above the trees will be glass because that makes sense to me. The trees need light to grow. We have been filling in the floor a little bit more. I've not completely done it yet just because I will want to put patterns in it and I don't have the stuff to do that yet. I have, however, decided where the doors are going to go. They're going to go there, one either side. And I'm thinking that the buttresses on the outside will make quite a nice little frame going over the door eventually. Now also what I have done, you may well remember that this base happens to be built upon a load of caves. There's a big cave system down there. It is ginormous. I have been going around and lighting it up just to stop getting quite so many mobs spawning. That's why I've got a ton of rubbish in my inventory. But what I've been thinking is I have dug this down. This is just a staircase coming down here. And you can see we do actually have quite a cool area down here. And I'm thinking that this base needs some secrets. I like to have secrets in my base because I will have precious things around and about which will need hiding. Now obviously anyone who ever looks at my videos will know exactly where they are hidden. But I'm thinking that this will be a super secret concealed entrance. Coming down here to an area where we can have secret things, which are very secret. So that is my cunning plan for today. We are going to work on doors and secrets. So I think that doors are probably the easiest one to start off with because we're going to use a new mod which we haven't actually used yet. And that mod is called Carpenters. Carpenters gives you no end of really awesome extra types of block, which I'm going to be playing with an awful lot. I've only really been using the basic blocks up to yet, but the one I'm interested in is Carpenter's doors. Carpenter's doors are made from Carpenter's blocks, and Carpenter's blocks are basically sticks and wood. So that's all very cheap to make, especially if you have a wood farm up and running like I do. Let's simply get some of this endless birch wood in, convert a bit of it up to sticks, and it was sticks around the outside I think, blocks in the middle. That's going to get us 10 carpenter's blocks. Let's take this over here because I think that one's empty. No it isn't. But we can now make up a one whole single carpenter's door, which is, of course, nowhere near enough. So let's make up a load of these sticks and get a good 35 because we do want 4 doors after all. That is plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the awesome thing about Carpenter's doors, well, there's 2 awesome things. Let's put them in. One there. Do I want it that high? That's too high. I'm going too high. That is floor level. That will make it look slightly odd. Why is... Do I actually have a layer of bricks running all the way around? You know, I hadn't even noticed that. Okay, that's fine. I only built this place. That is in the wrong place. I'm failing with doors today. Right, there we go. Now, that has hung completely wrongly. So let's try that again. There we go, Carpenter's doors. The cool thing about Carpenter's doors, one of the cool things, is that when you click one, both open. I love that. I think we can finally get you out, dig you out. And do you have to place that one first, then that one to get them to work? You do. Now we probably want some sort of lintel over the top and wood. I'm using these dark panelled planks a lot. I just think perhaps they would work here, just to create something above the door. I'll try that, and if I don't like it I can always change it later. For the moment we also want some sort of step going up to them. Something nicer than cobblestone. We will get some proper steps on the go soon, but I think that looks pretty okay. Now the really cool thing about the carpenter's doors is that you can colour them. You can colour them with any block you click on them with. I'm going to demonstrate just with sand. You see? To create, I've run out of bits of sand, but you can create sand coloured doors, and actually that looks not too bad. I don't really want black or white or grey. Actually black could look good. I will really want a colour on those doors. So maybe some coloured wool would work. But you know, that sand actually looks pretty decent. It sort of looks like a really pale wood. It looks good in this texture pack. So for the minute, I'm going to leave it like that. In the future, I'm going to start getting coloured wool and stuff like that, and I might change it. I think I have some sand in here, I do. But you can always just take the doors off and recolour them. That is dead easy. But for now, I think that will do as the doors to the factory. They look a bit horrible yellow, actually. It's not the nicest colour yellow. I might have to go and dye up some coloured wool. Perhaps blue or red or something. But for now, that will do me very nicely. Now I have fallen down my hole. I do that a lot. I was doing that in my old base a lot. You may notice that in here I have gravel, and I have been cooking up gravel to the point where I have run out of powers. Let's get a bit of power in there. We could probably, if that is, well, I can chuck it in there anyway, chuck that iron ore in. That is full of sand and stuff, because I've been making glass. In fact, I'm going to turn that back to be an output. So I'm cooking up gravel. Why am I cooking up gravel? It's a strange thing to cook up. Well, in this mod pack, if you cook gravel, it actually does something. And the thing that it does is that it makes this stuff, concrete, chisel concrete. And chisel concrete is really rather interesting stuff. Allow me to demonstrate by getting stuck on my door. And is it getting to be night? Because if it is, I shall want to go and sleep soon. Now, some of these trees are in the way, so let's just take these out. Let's have a look-see. What's that, actually? This. A rain plant. I'm thinking it's blue, and I don't know if I can do something with it. I'm going to head on back to my bed, but I'm first of all going to type in rain plant and see if there's anything I can do with the seeds. Yes, I can get lapis from them. I thought I might because they're blue. That would give me a blue door, which might be pretty cool. If only I could find a sheep. I really do need to get a sheep back here. So let's run on back home and get some kip. Okay then, good morning everyone, and let us get started on what we were doing today, which was looking at this concrete stuff. There goes a tree. I might use it to actually just fill in these blocks here, where we have holes, because what I'm thinking is that this area here, we have this big building here, which is going to become my factory, it might become the greenhouse eventually, I've not quite decided. But there will probably be a road leading down to the seafront where the docks will be, which means this area is going to be a road. So this is concrete. I shall probably make it a 3 wide path, which probably won't go there because it's going to brush right against that. So it will probably actually go here. I need to get this pick speeded up a little bit. So it'll probably go here like this. Now the interesting thing about concrete, it doesn't look the nicest block, I must admit it's not the prettiest, but if you walk on it, you get a huge speed boost. Which is really rather cool. So that's why I'm going to use some of this just around here to create the road. I'm thinking perhaps a 3 wide path, a central line of bushes, something like that perhaps. I don't really know. And then another 3 wide path on the other side. It'll make it a nice wide path leading down. This is really slow, this pick. Leading down to the seafront. Because what's the point in having a factory and a docks if you can't get what you're making in the factory to the docks to be exported around the planet? That's my thought. Right, so concrete, 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 concrete. Loads of concrete in. So there'll be much prettifying up to do, but this is a start of what will become a little pathway. Just fill in the gaps and fill over that huge chasm. And now when I come out of my house, I can just come down here and get home really quickly. That's good. I like that a lot. So I shall be cooking up a load more gravel. So the final question of the day is this thing. This is a big hole in the floor which is going to get covered up. What am I going to cover it up with? Well, the thing that I'm going to use to cover it up is another little machine from Tinker's Construct, which I like a lot, and it is called a drawbridge. I absolutely love these things. They are one of my favourite blocks in the whole game. And what I'm just really quickly going to do is offload. Probably the best place is all the way back up here. Offload some of this junk which can go in here into here because I've picked rubbish up. And offload the various other junk into this one because I have picked various other junk up. Sand, white stone bricks, some of... Did I just put... No. I thought I put something I wanted in. I might well have done when I come back and look at that. That will mostly do, won't it? Don't need any of that stuff just at the minute. Tidy inventory. I'm also killing squid at the minute to get in ink sacks for a future project. Okay, the drawbridge. The drawbridge is fairly easy. It needs bronze, aluminium, brass, a dispenser, redstone, and a blank cast. So we need to make this aluminium brass stuff. How do you make that? Well, this is finally a use for the aluminium, which is here, and some copper, which is there. And I'm going to put a tiny bit back, just so nothing goes in there. Now, I do know that in this game it is called aluminum, but I'm British and I call it aluminium. So there. Right, let's get over here at something like high speed. Now I have been messing about with this because what you can actually make in here is glass. So I've been having fun making glass. It makes an interesting glass, but I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. Let's get some aluminium into there and a few pieces of copper. I'm not entirely sure how many pieces of copper you need. So the bronze that I need is 3 pieces of copper to 1 tin. So I am just going to need to go and get a little bit of the old tin. Let's dash back and get that. It's probably now quicker to actually go around the outside now I've got that path in. I can probably start to block off that door. But which one is tin? That's silver, isn't it? That is the tin. And again, I only actually need about 3 pieces probably. I'll take 9 just in case, because you cannot have too many. And dash all the way back over there. Let me actually get the stuff for the dispenser and I can make the whole thing over there, can't I? So I need redstone, a bow and some cobble. So I have insufficient cobble. There are tons of the stuff over there, but there's a stack. Now a bow might be more awkward. But I should have some string lying about, hopefully over there. If not, I'm in trouble and I'm going to have to go and find a spider. So let's go and make all of these other parts and melt up the things in the smeltery. Okay, so that took way longer than I intended it to. I had a lot of trouble finding some string to make a bow for a dispenser, so I had to go and find some sheep. That's why I have shears. I found that the nearest sheep that I could find were 400 blocks that way. There's a big flock of sheep over there, and I basically spent an entire day finding them and shearing them. So that was a fun day, but at least we got it done. Let's have a look in here where we have stuff. We have bronze, aluminium, brass, glass, aluminium and tin all melted. And we have killed our lava supply as well. Now to make the drawbridge we needed some aluminium brass ingots. So I need 2 ingots and 4 bronze, and I need a blank cast. So just the normal way to make ingots, we just do that. I need a single blank cast made out of aluminium, brass, and if we pop that back in, I have a very full inventory now. I shall quickly also say that on my adventures I found some squids plants, and I found an industrial craft rubber tree, and some roses, and loads of stuff actually en route to getting my stuff. I'm just going to plant this rubber tree over here because an industrial craft rubber tree is really useful. I apparently can plant these on water just by pressing Q. That appears just to have thrown it. Oh no, that worked. Do I just have to let it find its own way over there? Apparently so. Okay, they can just sit there and grow for however long they want to. As long as I have a few working, that should be fine. Are those not going to because they've landed right next to each other? There we go, that will do me. Destroy the look of the bay a bit, but I don't care too much, because from those squid plants you can get ink, which will be very useful. Right, I needed 4 pieces of bronze, didn't I? I have 3 ingots of bronze. I need to melt another copper, and I can't melt another copper because I am out of lava. Do I have any lava in here? Okay, so we are back. We got the lava in, we put the bits in, and we now made up our extra bronze ingot. You can see I've got loads of leftover aluminium brass, a bit more bronze, and bits in there because I wasn't very precise at putting them in, and I am starving to death. Now, whilst I was waiting for everything to melt down, I also took the time to make up a dispenser. They're easy to make, all that I had to do, and it is getting night again, so let's get indoors. All that I'm going to fall straight down there. All that I had to do was pulverise up a piece of wool. That makes extra string. So let's get this on the go. It is one of those, 2 of those, that in the middle, and the bronze either side. Is going to make us a drawbridge. So why are these so awesome? Now my steps are coming down from this side, so this can be the drawbridge, which will face this way like that. What drawbridges do is they can expand and retract an inventory. First of all, if I put a piece of oak wood in this hole, the drawbridge now looks like a piece of wood. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps in front of it. So what I'm going to do is put 4 pieces of wood in there. Now all that I need is a lever. Now there should be a load of sticks somewhere. Should be a load of sticks somewhere. There are no sticks anywhere. Okay, so 1 stick and a piece of cobble. I might as well make up 4 levers. 3 of them can live in that miscellaneous chest. Now look what happens when I put a redstone signal on next to it. It covers it, so nobody would even know that it was there. Then all that I have to do is flick this switch and it opens back up again. Nice and easy. So we now have a way to conceal an entrance. Obviously, I don't particularly want to just have a lever there. That would be really, really silly. So I'm going to have to find a way to switch this so that it will be always closed until I flick a lever which will open it. But I'm not going to do that today, that will be for another time. So until then, thank you very much for watching this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope to see you once again next time. Goodbye.